What's up, you guys? It's your girl TV, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Alright, so today's video is going to be 10 things I wish I knew before coming to college. Now, this is not going to be catered to my school specifically because I asked my Instagram some questions, and then this is like based on my own experiences, so it's not going to be catered to specifically my school since I asked my Instagram and everybody goes to different schools. But we're going to get straight into this. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to do only 10 things so the video won't be too long. But yeah, let's get started. I'm going to start with this stuff that people said on Instagram. So someone said, you actually have to study to pass, and studying in college is so different than high school. Which me, I agree to a certain extent, because studying in college is definitely different than studying in high school. Because in high school you could just do a little whoop and then you'll be good. But studying in college, you actually have to look over the notes, go back to Cengage, look at this, look at that. Like, it'd be a lot of different stuff. Now, studying to actually pass, I don't know per se, because my classes, like, as long as you pay attention in class, like, you should be good. But that's just from my experiences. Now, this person, they could have a different experience, but that's my 2 cents on that. So that would be the first thing, that studying in college is definitely different than your average studying in high school. That part I agree with. So the next thing someone said is, it's not that hard as it seems, you just have to stay consistent. And this I 100% agree on, because people, they will constantly say college is so hard, but they're not consistent with their routine. You have to have a set routine and be consistent with that. Like, as far as like waking up, going to class, making sure you get everything, like just making sure what you have going on is catered to what you need to be doing. Like, me personally, I don't have a hard time in school because I make sure I check my email every day, I check my Canvas every day, I check Cengage every day. Like, I make sure there's not nothing that says grade missing. Like, nothing's going to ever be missing when it comes to me. So I just make sure, and I always check my progress on self-service to see like what classes I need to be taking for the next semester. Like, I'm already planned for the next semester, so I don't have any problems. So just making sure you keep up with things and just try to stay consistent as much as you can. Now, it will be some days where you don't feel like doing nothing, you feel like shit, and you just don't want to get out of bed, and that's completely human. Like don't let nobody be like, you not going to do this or that because you didn't get out of bed today. Okay, so what? There's always tomorrow. Like, a rest day is not the end of the world, but that rest day though, make sure at the end of the night you checking on them assignments that you missed, or you emailed your teacher and say, hey, I won't be coming to class today, I need a mental health day. And if they don't respect that, then maybe you need to find a new teacher. Because my teachers, if I say, hey, I'm not coming to class, or they gonna know that's for a good reason, because I be going to class. But don't be doing that if you don't go to class. That's a whole different story. But yeah, I definitely agree with that one. The next one says, I should have been working once I got out of the womb to afford college. Now, it all depends. Everybody's situation is different, whether you're on scholarship, financial aid, or any type of like loan or anything. That's completely different. But if you're somebody who is paying out of pocket to go to school here, then you should automatically want to be consistent. Like I said, back to the last thing, do better and just stay on your P's and Q's, because you paying to get your education. Like, this stuff is not cheap. Like, it'd be like thousands and thousands of dollars that people be having to pay just to learn. Like, that's crazy. But in my case, I'm on scholarship, but there's still things like groceries, cleaning supplies, like room stuff, like just a lot of different things that still need to be like paid for, that people be going broke about. Like me personally, I like to stay dolled up or whatever, so I like to buy new clothes or do stuff like that, get my hair done, this and that. Like, that stuff, it'll really add up, especially if you come to college and you're not working. Like, last year I was not working at all, so I was literally solely relying on either like a refund check or money from my parents or the KCB, and that is not good, y'all. I really recommend you start a saving account or some type of savings like process before you come to college, because it'll really catch up to the expenses, especially if you're somebody like me who Like they just can't, they can't do it. So I really do recommend that aspect of it all. But yeah, we're gonna skip over from that because moral of the story, just make sure you have that paper stack before you get to college. The next thing somebody said was all majors aren't created equal. Make sure your major doesn't have you doing any extra work, which this is so important. I am the perfect example of this because me, last year I took so many unnecessary classes that it put me behind, and I was taking summer classes to catch back up now because I'm a double major. So if you have a, say you're like a business major but you're taking a psychology class and it's not part of your like general education credit, why are you taking a psychology class as a business major? And then advisors are not helpful nowadays. Like you have to really find a good advisor to really like make sure they help you out and, you know, get things done for you, because if not, you guys, like, you will really, it's so easy to fall behind. Like, and that's why I really agree with this when they said all majors are not created, so make sure you're not doing any extra work. Because what are you doing extra work for when the class is not even going to count as a credit? Some classes they have listed as extra courses, and then it doesn't even give you anything. It's just an extra course, like a quote unquote elective, but it doesn't even count towards anything. Like I took so many extra courses, like, and that's another thing about knowing what you want to do, because if you don't know what you really want to do, I suggest to only take your general education classes. Don't take nothing else, no nothing, because say you're majoring in English or something and you took all these math classes, how is that, like, you know what I'm saying? So just make sure you really pay attention to that stuff, because that will really mess you up too. So I'm going to get into the things that I wrote down. So number one was, I wrote, it's okay to not have it all figured out. You know, like most people, they're still finding their way, still changing majors, or like changing your goals of what you want to do is not failure. Don't let nobody tell you that you have to have everything figured out, because even me, sometimes I still be going back and forth between like, do I want to do this, do I want to do that, do I want this, do I want that, and then I have to remember like why I wanted to do what I wanted to do in the first place, and then everything comes back and I'll be good. But some people, they don't have that, so they have to change from a business major to a sociology major. Like, it's okay to change. Like if you're behind, there's other ways to catch back up. Like I said, I was behind, I had to take summer classes. That's cool, that's fine, but just remember that it's okay to not have it all figured out. We all teenagers into our early 20s, like this is the part of life where it really starts to put things in perspective. Like you don't have to have the A1 sauce, like playing like the it girl, it guy, you know, like you don't have to do all that. No. So next thing I wrote was that time management is everything. This goes back to being consistent, because like classes, friends, work, self-care, everything could really pile up on top of your chest, beat on your chest like a drum, and then you feel overwhelmed. So like a phone calendar, I use this app called To Do. I'll put a picture of it right here. I love that app. It keeps me so organized. Or even like your notes or a physical calendar, that will be your best friend being in college, because you guys, it gets to a point where stuff will start piling up of like assignments, or if you want to be part of any type of organizations on your campus, like anything like that, and even your personal life, that stuff starts to pile up. So you have to make sure that you know what you're doing this day and not this day. Like say you had something to do on Monday but you missed it, now it's Tuesday. Like you don't want to be that type of person to always be missing stuff, not being organized, not knowing your deadline, stuff like that. So just make sure that you have like some type of set idea of like what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that goes back to being consistent. Time management and being consistent definitely goes hand in hand, so just keep that in mind. Is balance versus perfection. Now, pulling all-nighters, overloading yourself doesn't make you more successful or the best or this and that. Rest and a little bit of fun matters too. Like you don't have to always be so, like a lot of people here, they're so, oh, I'm not going out to parties, there's bigger things to do, like just going off. You go to one party, you still gonna have that 4.0 GPA. Like it's okay, I promise y'all, it's okay to give yourself some grace. Also, sleeping on the weekend, like you don't have to go outside every weekend neither. You can get that rest because you need it. Like we are here doing our big one, you know, striving for this and that. Like it's a lot on any person. So just make sure you have that balance and don't try to have that perfection, because you don't need that. But yeah, I would definitely say overloading yourself or studying all night, or I'll be seeing these videos people say 24 hours studying. That is not it, you guys. Like, if you really need to study that much, then I feel like you should be studying, break it up into days. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, let's study for economics. Thursday, Friday, let's go outside. Saturday, let's get back to the economics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't pile everything into one day or try to be a superwoman or superman. Like, just chill. It's okay. We're all gonna get through it. We're all here. There's people here to help. There's resources on campus, whether it's your peers, tutors, advisors, if you have good ones, your professors, email them, anything like that. There's always somebody who's going to be there to help you. Trust. So just make sure you have that balance rather than trying to strive for perfection, because those two completely different. Next thing that I have is networking isn't scary. Now for me, I be having a little bit of anxiety trying to talk to new people. Like, I hate talking to new people. It begins to a point, but you have to remember, you also are here to network, to gain connections for when you go out into your workforce, that you have people like, hey, like, I know you from like da-da-da-da, like, you know, whatever. So like a simple conversation with like a classmate, a professor, a guest speaker, your advisor, the president of your school, the dean, like anybody like that, that can open doors for you in your life. So just make sure that you try some type of networking, whether it's joining like an organization on your campus, or like getting involved in different things. Like me, I'm a tutor at my school, so I have that on my background, like, hey, like I did this or that, da-da-da. So just make sure like you stay involved in some way to make sure you network, because we are, at the end of the day, we are here to gain connections, to gain an education, to make sure that we are successful in life. So if you can do more to be successful by networking, why wouldn't you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you try to do a little bit of like get acquainted with people, stuff like that, because networking, it's not scary. It can feel scary, but at the end of the day, it's for a good cause. So the next one I have is mental health matters, and we all know like this is a big thing, especially I feel like in our generation. Like stress, loneliness, burnouts, like all of that happens, but using campus resources or asking for help from your friends or any of that, it's a strength. It's not a weakness. Like, people think that reaching out or going to therapy or something that is a weakness. We have to get out of that toxic mindset and realize that, yeah, sometimes I need a break. Like, they take up a lot of my time, and they tire me out. Like, you're taking care of yourself, having self-care nights, or just taking a break sometimes, listening to your favorite song, anything like that that's going to help you remember that you are here not to be sad but to be glad. Then I feel like that's really all I can say on that. But we all know that mental health is really, really, really like a strong point right now. So you know that your mental health matters regardless of what's going on at college. Okay, so I have two more things. So the next one I have is your friend group will evolve. So now the people you meet freshman year might not be the same ones you leave with, and that's perfectly okay. Like, people, they be trying to make it seem so drama filled, like, yeah, we was friends, da da da. No. Now, me personally, you know, I've had my fair shares of this and that, of what's been going on, but it's like, I live and I learn, and I forgive and I forget. Like, if we're not gonna be friends, that is okay, fine, but I forgive you. Like, I forgive you for whatever happened. I hope you will forgive me for however I made you feel, this and the third, because it's okay. Like, your friend group won't stay the same, and that's perfectly fine. Now, you might have that one solid friend that y'all stay together forever, and if you do, hug them tight and love them forever, because people, they are not solid around here. Like, people, you could literally be friends with somebody, and then the next day you see them talking about you or hanging out with somebody that you don't like or something like that. Like, that's crazy. But at the end of the day, like I said, we're all still young adults. We're trying to evolve, this and that. Your friend group will evolve. You will not be the same friends with people. It's the same thing like high school. I know you're not friends with somebody from freshman year now. Like, it just happens. But that's just the circle of life, honestly. So I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but just make sure you keep your head on a swivel and not worry too much about friendship breakup. Because yeah, they might hurt, but at the end of the day, it's always gonna be somebody else there to make friends with, or to do this with, or even just like, I don't know, like, I don't know, because me, I'm the type of person, I'm okay with not being surrounded by a whole big group of people, or I could strive on my own. So people who or what's it called, extroverted, who need people like that, that goes back to the connections thing. Like everything here is connected. Everything college wise is connected. So just make sure that you know all of these things before you even get to the campus. That's all I gotta say. All right, and then the last thing is really just college is what you make it. And I know y'all hear this all the time, probably be like, shut up. But no, literally, y'all, college is what you make it. It's less about the perfect grades, the parties, and more about the experiences, the lessons, the memories you take with you, the friends you make, anything like that. That is what it is about. College is what you make it. Everybody's college experience is different. Some people don't stay in college. Some people drop out of college. Some people don't go to college until they're like 50. Like, I don't know. But whatever your experience is, that's your experience. Don't let nobody take away anything that you have done, any accomplishments that you have did, anything that you feel like, yeah, that was probably not the best decision. It's your experience. You came here, you did it, you're doing it. So just make sure like that you always know that somebody out there is proud of you. Because if anything, I'm proud of all the people that made it to college, because it's a lot of people that I know who never went to college. Like this is bigger. This is bigger than the program. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so college is what you make it. Just make sure you know you do what you feel like you need to do. If you want to go to a party every week, do that. But just make sure you also keep those grades up. Like, not everything is always about, you know, like I said, perfection. Like, just make sure you have that balance, and just make sure that you just, at the end of the day, just enjoy yourself. Like, honestly, because I keep saying at the end of the day, but like, just make sure that you have a story to tell. Like, yeah, when I was in college, like, I went to this party and this guy, like, he literally like fell on me or something. Like, I don't know, like something like they're gonna be like, what? Like, it's like, oh, it's gonna be crazy. Like, but you could also say like, yeah, when I was in college, I had to take this test. It was like 4 hours long, but I ended up getting 100 on it. Like, I'm like, hold on, like you really one of them ones. Like, and you was partying too. Like, da 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 da. Like, you know, so it's just certain stuff like that. Like, that you gotta keep in mind, because it's like, we really doing it here. Like, and I love that. And especially like if you go to an HBCU and you're black and you're proud. Like, I love y'all, like, for real. But no, so I hope I didn't talk y'all head off too much, but I just wanted to give my little 2 cents, my little 10 things. I don't know if that was 10 or if it was more. I don't know, because I feel like I was yapping a lot, but I feel like I said some pretty good points. So hopefully y'all take something from this video. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next lit video.